Congratulations, we hear that you have become a billionaire. No, we don't care how you made your money. You were smart to get out of Bitcoin when you did. But we here at the Infographics Institute have some suggestions on how you should spend your loot. Of course, no billionaire's life is complete without owning a mega yacht. Don't worry if you can't swim or don't like sailing. Traveling on a super yacht is just like being in a luxurious mini mansion. The mansion just happens to be on the water. Forget about not knowing anything about decorating either. You don't have to have good taste, you're rich. Now there's actually no official definition for super yacht. Many yacht enthusiasts would disagree, saying that a super yacht or a mega yacht is a yacht of at least 79 feet or more in length. If the boat is really long, let's say over 328 feet, you could even call it a giga yacht. Others argue that rather than size, a super yacht is determined by the level of luxurious comfort, the rich furnishings, and the high level of services the yacht crew provides to guests who are lucky enough to be on board. As it turns out, all the boats in this video meet both definitions. Let's take a look at some amazing super yachts that may help you decide what you'd like to purchase. First up is The World Is Not Enough. Apparently, the owners love a certain franchise of spy movies. The World Is Not Enough is among the top 5 fastest yachts in the world. This sleek 139-foot-long vessel was designed to be extremely aerodynamic, and it has a V-shaped hull to slice through the water. 4 powerful engines give The World Is Not Enough a top speed of an impressive 70 knots and a cruising speed of 45 knots. Yet the boat was also designed to minimize engine vibration and noise levels. You'll notice that this is a common feature among super yachts. Billionaires don't like noise to disturb their vacations. If they're inside, they want to forget that they're on a boat. As for the interior, 10 lucky guests can stay in 5 luxurious cabins supported by an 8-person crew. The yacht has a fancy saloon with an atrium, 2 bars, one on the main deck and another on the sky deck. The decks are made from rare teak wood, and there are polished marble columns in the palatial master suite. Skylights and designer furniture abound throughout the ship. If you're thinking The World Is Not Enough is a little on the small side, you may want to consider a boat like the Azzam, which at 590 feet in length is the largest private motor yacht in the world. We've done the math, and for reference, it's about as long as 1.75 professional soccer pitches. Sorry Americans, you don't know how long that is. Though not a particularly fast vessel, the Azzam tops out at 32 knots. The fact that this giga yacht has its own mini submarine and missile defense system makes up for it. It also has multiple helipads, 2 swimming pools, a cinema, and a disco. The grand salon on the main deck is 95 feet long by 60 feet wide, with no pillars dividing the space. The Azzam boasts amazing views from its many windows, which are made from bulletproof glass. Furthermore, the master suite is lined with armor plating and is also bulletproof. The Azzam provides space for 36 guests and 18 spacious cabins, supported by a crew of 60 in 30 cabins. If you're wondering why the need for such security, the Azzam is owned by the President of the United Arab Emirates. Sadly, we have no idea what the interior of the Azzam looks like. Security has never allowed pictures to be taken inside. If sophistication and classic elegance is more your style, perhaps you'd be interested in purchasing a super yacht like Tiss. The yacht is 364 feet long with 6 decks. The decor on the Tiss is modeled after Versailles, with the furniture inspired by the antiques of Louis XIV to the XVIII. Decorating the polished wooden floors are plush, colorful Parisian salon-style rugs. A stunning double staircase leads up to the informal saloon on the owner's deck. 3 chandeliers grace the dining room. A helipad doubles as an outdoor dance floor or a cinema. But if the weather is terrible outdoors, then there's an indoor cinema too, with comfy reclining chairs. The Tiss boasts a few other staircases. The central staircase allows you to make a statement entrance. It has marble steps, handrails, and gilded wrought iron, and winds up through a stunning atrium that soars 49 feet overhead. However, if you don't feel like taking the stairs, there's an adjacent stylish glass elevator with cushioned velvet seating in case you need to sit down. Each guest room on the Tiss is themed, inspired by a particular city or region the owner has visited, such as New York or London. The boat also has a spa, a gym, tea room, beauty salon, and massage room. Then there's the Octopus, which we would describe as having a luxury, minimalist style. Measuring at 414 feet, the Octopus was the largest personal yacht in the world when it was built in 2004. It has a cruising speed of 17 knots and a top speed of 20 knots. The yacht is equipped with a movie theater, basketball court, and recording studio. The requisite pool is glass bottom, so it seems like you're swimming into the depths. Also, poolside, there's a full bar. The Octopus has accommodations for 26 guests in opulent 41 suites. 60 full-time staff members share 28 cabins. On the main deck, there are 2 helipads, a twin pad, and multiple hangars in the stern. The Octopus also holds 7 tenders aboard, including a 63-foot tender in the transom plus a landing craft. Last but not least, the Octopus has 2 submarines. One is called Pagu, and it can dive for up to 8 hours and accommodate 10 people. The other is Octo ROV, which can be remotely controlled and dive up to 8,843 feet. Google Earth actually borrowed the ROV for their project Explore the Ocean. Can't decide what kind of super yacht you would like to buy? Why not get 2, like a Russian billionaire did? He has a yacht for sailing and also a slightly smaller motorized yacht. Sailing Yacht A has 8 decks. It's 468 foot long with 3 328-foot masts. That's taller than Big Ben, and it can travel at up to 21 knots, and its cruising speed is 16 knots. In addition to several helipads, a submarine, several luxury tender boats, and elevators to help guests move around the Giga Yacht, Sailing Yacht A features 3 separate spa pools with current-generating technology and a glass underwater observation area located in the keel. We're pretty sure Sailing Yacht A has some fancy furnishings, but unfortunately, we don't know for sure. The intensely private owner hasn't allowed the media on the boat. However, from a distance, a photographer managed to snap a picture of a chair in the shape of a giant head near what appeared to be a bar and a dining area. The owner's second boat, Motor Yacht A, is a little smaller at 394 feet and was designed to look like a surfacing submarine. Powered by 2 diesel engines, the yacht has a top speed of 23 knots and a cruising speed of 19.5 knots. Motor Yacht A's decor is dominated by mirrors, baccarat crystal, and unique animal skin wall coverings, such as a bedroom covered in white stingray hide. The master suite has serious security. It's opened via fingerprint. Many of the electronics on board, such as the 60-inch TV in the master bedroom, hang from the ceiling and retract via remote control when not in use. The boat has 3 pools, a giant helipad, and a disco. The cavernous garage, which houses 3 tenders, can also be used as a party space. All over the yacht are patches of grass for the owner's dog. Frankly, we could go on and on describing various yachts, but really, they're all kind of the same. Shout out to whomever just slammed their jewel-encrusted gold-plated laptop in shock. While researching the story, we nosy, underpaid, and judgy writers at the Infographics Institute were curious to find out exactly what cool or interesting things billionaires filled their boats with. But we realized that everyone puts similar type of stuff into their similar type of yachts. Designer furniture, chandeliers, baby grand pianos, top-line electronics with hand-painted murals or high-end artwork on their walls. Decks are made from rare wood, there's gold or platinum-plated trim, stairs and counters are made from exotic marble. Clearly, the owners aren't shopping at IKEA. While amenities vary from yacht to yacht, the types of amenities are the same too. Pools, sometimes multiple pools, gotta have both saltwater and infinity, jacuzzis, spas, elevators, huge grand salons, movie theaters, gaming rooms complete with ping pong and pool tables, discos, basically anything you might find at a 5-star hotel. That includes an impeccably trained crew, whose job it is to fulfill any whim you might have, day or night. Yawn. I'm not saying that any of the Infographics staff would turn down a chance to stay aboard a super yacht, of course we wouldn't, but a big discussion ensued as to what we would put on our own super yachts if we were rich enough to own one. Obviously, whatever you get is for the purpose of impressing other billionaires. It totally is. Hear us out. Ultimately, owning a super yacht is for impressing other people who also own super yachts or are capable of owning super yachts. Sure, it's fun to vacation on one, but really, super yachts are for sailing to the French Riviera or off the coast of Italy and holding fancy parties while being moored in the harbor. You invite your wealthy and A-list friends over to impress them. Perhaps you mount some of your family's expensive art collection aboard so your friends can admire your Picasso or Degas over cocktails. Or you hire a pop star to entertain your guests, such as Lenny Kravitz performing at the Motor Yacht A's owner's 3rd wedding anniversary bash in 2008. You impress your wealthy friends with your super yacht. Then they become inspired to go purchase super yachts of their own so they can outdo you and each other. The circle of life continues. After much debate, we narrowed down the list of things infographic writers would have on their super yachts to a top 5. Aside from the usual fancy stuff, we think if you're buying a super yacht, you should have number 5, a go-kart racing track that loops the length of the ship. Number 4, a zoo, basically creating Noah's Ark. Number 3, a huge aquarium with sharks and lasers attached to their freaking heads. Number 2, indoor ski slope. And number 1, a treasure room for swimming through gold coins, like a certain wealthy duck. Hopefully, we've given you a lot to think about as you undertake your search to own the perfect super yacht. We'd love it if you sent us invitations to the launch party, pretty please. And now that you've reached the end of our video, why not keep the watch party going? You you ever wonder if you could spend $1 billion in one day? Click here to see how we did it. Super rich and worried about an apocalypse? Have your butler click here so you may see what your counterparts are doing to plan for cataclysmic events.